my interpretation is that joy comes from the Lord. And I would say that the lack of God, Jesus in my life, would create these pressures. So having God in my life would correct this. And that's just, how I'm feeling about what pressures squeeze joy out of my life.
And for me, it would be me raising my son all these years, and early on in life, he seen me being an usher, seen me being active in church. He's following that suit. Once he get into high school, junior high, and start stepping out on his own way, he's saying, well, Dad, I'm old enough to go out. Why can't I go out with the other guys in the neighborhood? So I give him that leeway and let him go. But he started picking up bad habits, doing things that's uncomfortable to him and also to the home. And then he gets to the point where graduation comes along, and he's struggling to get it, but he gets it done. But due to the fact that he graduated, and that's a blessing, that's letting me know that God guided me and directed me, and then stayed close to both of us as I raised my child. But for him to graduate from high school, and now he's looking at life as he's not sure what he want to do, but that when I go to squeeze that sour lemon, and I get that bitter taste in my mouth, I still got to think back to what he's done to get where he's at, and give him God that glory, and give him all sorts of praise too, because he did graduate. And with the graduation, I promised to give him a car, and I want to do that. That squeeze and that pressure out of life for me is knowing that he did all that, and he proved not only to me but to himself and to God. First of all, is that he graduated from high school. And nowadays it's kind of hard for these kids to get through high school. They got a lot of stuff out there. I mean, they got so much stuff now. Now, when I was in high school, I didn't have a phone. Cell phone, I don't even think they have this big old block thing, a little bit bigger than this. They call it a cell phone by bigger than a brick. And if you didn't have one of them, you hadn't been doing something you had no business. Now, somebody just said they had one. I'm not going to tell you who it was. But somebody said they had one. But, life today for these kids is really hard. And it falls back on the parents. We take a look at that, and for me, knowing that it's going to be okay, and God has all power in his hand, he's going to change it for us, and it'll be okay.
Number one, the pressure is when you're trying to live way beyond your means, that's a lot of pressure. Simple. You got to live within your guidelines. When you're trying to go beyond that, that's where a lot of pressure comes in.
Why do you try to live outside your means?
I'm not talking about
Not
me.
you.
Yeah, but I'm
No, you. No, just us in general.
Right.
Why do we try to live outside of our means? What's the motivation for that?
I guess trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Why do we want to keep up with them? Why?
Because it's stupid, I guess. I don't know.
There's a reason. There's a motivation. Anybody else? Why do we try to keep up with the Joneses? John?
Because a lot of times we don't have God.
We don't have what?
We don't have God in our life, so we try to live like children. But pressure for me is when I wasn't in the room with God. When I was living outside the room with God, the fun that I thought I was having, it wasn't fun. And when I accepted Christ in my life, then the pressure